Welcome to Hiranya Medical Service. Please subscribe, like, and share Hiranya Medical Service YouTube channel. Click the bell button for instant updates. We have few eminent personalities with us today who will share about our former Indian President, Bharat Ratna, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Dr. Kalam's laurel, fame, excellent commitments, contributions, and service dedications uplifts our nation's development as well as people's life. Dr. Kalam is not only a scientist, leader, president, but also a humanity-oriented scholar who ignites young minds to cultivate their future aspirations very well.
Dear friends, my greetings to all of you. On the occasion of the 90th birthday of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, my greetings and best wishes to all the youth, students, and experienced people across the world. The 90th birthday of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam remembers the vision of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the vision that he has given for India is the only hope for India to become a knowledge superpower in another 2 decades' time. He has given 2 decades before, but India has never utilized that opportunity to make India as a knowledge superpower, to make each and every state equivalent to that of a developed nation. We have missed that opportunity, but Dr. Kalam has the confidence and the faith that his vision will be realized by the youth of the nation, the youth of India, and all the other youth wherever they belong, wherever they live, the Indian youth, wherever they live. Certainly the dream, their vision, their action will realize the vision of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. As a student, at the age of 16, when the India attained the freedom, Dr. Kalam's thought were hovering around 2 persons. One person is Mahatma Gandhi, the another person is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. 2 were holding the extreme ideology. Netaji said, "Give me your blood, I will give the independence." Mahatma Gandhi said, "Non-violence, ahimsa, and satyagraha are the tools for achieving independence." Mahatma Gandhi achieved independence by practicing non-violence, ahimsa, and satyagraha. But the dream of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, by making the nation great, by making the nation empowered with the military power, by making the nation with mighty power, as short-lived with the Indian National Army, but with a great force who were rallied behind Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, who contributed to form the Indian National Army. Dr. Kalam's life has driven first based on Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's vision to make India as a strong nation. A strength respects strength is the vision of Dr. Kalam. He made India is the 5th nation to launch SLV-3 rockets and launch the satellite into the orbit. Because of that singular vision, India is the first country to see the water, to find the water on the moon. India is the 3rd country to send Mangalyaan to Mars. India is the 4th country to send the satellite into the moon. Dear friend, India has launched Agni, Akash, Prithvi, Akash, Nak, and BrahMos. All the missiles, a supersonic missile BrahMos. Even any country, enemy country who launched a missile, even with atomic bomb, India has the capability to encounter that missile in the space itself. That is the power that Dr. Kalam has empowered India to make India a great nation. And India, with the second atom bomb test, India has Dr. Kalam and Chidambaram campaign with the leadership of Narasimha Rao and Vajpayee. Dr. Kalam has made India as an atomic weapon state, and that is the one which is protecting India from the aggression of our enemies. Dear friends, Dr. Kalam has realized the vision of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose by making the nation a strong nation, a great nation. Okay? And Dr. Kalam has given the vision, developed India Vision 2020, to realize the dream of Mahatma Gandhi, to attain the Swaraj, the Grama Swaraj, by giving the Pura vision. Dr. Kalam has given number of visions to make India as a empowered, self-reliant nation, to realize the vision of Dr. Kalam. It means anybody who can follow a single individual or a single principle, but Dr. Kalam has followed two extreme ideologies and used that ideologies for the benefit of the nation. That is the greater vision. Anyone who envisioned to contribute whatever the passion that you are that is driven you, whatever the profession that you are holding, you should achieve greater heights in the profession that you are holding. At the same time, you should contribute for our national development. You should contribute for our nation's growth wherever you are. My wish, I wish all of you to become success in your endeavor, to contribute, to ask one question: what can I do for you? What can I do for my nation? If you find an answer, certainly you are the warrior for making India as a knowledge superpower. I am very happy that this video is celebrated. This video message is driven by Hiranya Medical Service. They have organized a program to celebrate Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's 90th birthday. I wish certainly Hiranya is a single individual from Singapore. She is a Tamilian, but living in Singapore. But she is her contribution to the society during pandemic is laudable. She, as a single individual, she has raised funds to donate oxygen concentrators to few hospitals in India, helped the needy, and got 200 PPE kits and donated to the needy. Certainly, she collaborating with various eminent doctors to create awareness in the public. A number of activities she is taking up as a medical student. She is taking up to do the social service which is benefiting to the mother India. I congratulate Hiranya and all those who associated with her for, apart from the profession, she is contributing to the motherland. My greetings and best wishes to Hiranya and her team for the success in their endeavor, in their profession, and at the same time, her vision to make India a great nation, vision to make India as an knowledge superpower, her vision to make Tamil Nadu equivalent to that of a developed country. My best wishes to her on the occasion of the 90th birthday of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. My greetings to you, Ma. Thank you.
Namaskaram, namaskar, greetings to all my brothers and sisters and children in the Abdul Kalam movement. On this auspicious occasion, I would like to say a few words about the great man. I had heard a lot about Abdul Kalam ji, but it was only in Singapore that I met him when he came for an official visit here. he made space and time to come to the Singapore Indian Association. I was president of the association then. We spent about 45 minutes. Even though he had a heavy schedule, he was able to give some time to hear about the Indian community and what they are doing. Kalamji struck me as a very sincere, noble-hearted man, and very especially keen on talking about children. He told me how he had gone to the GIIS, Global Indian School, for a visit. And when he found out that there was no sort of scheme to help the children who could not otherwise be helped, he suggested that that should be the focus. Immediately, my good friend Mr. Atul Temoka immediately formed a scheme to help children who couldn't otherwise pay for the fees in the school. Now, this is the kind of thing that we do to make sure that no one is left behind in the field of education. And Dr. Abdul Kalamji was particularly interested in the welfare of Indians and Indian children in general. And on this day, auspicious day, we pay homage to his humility, to his graciousness, to his unbounded love for humanity. Thank you.
I am Dr. V. Chokkalingam, cardiologist from Chennai. I am really honored and delighted to be with you all on the great occasion of a great leader, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's birth anniversary. I want to tell you the greatest honor I had in my life when both of us shared the same platform and addressed 15,000 students. And the point which was very much impressed when he has told the students that all must live in oneness globally. Another point he stressed was, whatever thing you have got today is only given by the society. If so, you must give back to the society either knowledge, time, work, or even money to the society from where you got it. And he also stressed, nobody is superior than you. The same token, nobody is inferior than you. All are equal. And most important thing, what was given me and what I felt very fortunate when I received the Best Cardiologist Award given by World Congress of Cardiology from his hand. And whatever thing you want to do in our generation and generations to come, what our Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam left a message, we must carry on the message and implement in our life, and thereby will make the society as a great, healthy and wealthy society. Thank you.
I have heard about Dr. Abdul Kalam, like many of us have heard from various sources. But I have had the occasion to meet him thrice. Twice when I was in government service and once after I had left the service. When I was Director General of Federation of Indian Exporters Organization, FIO, a body which acts as advisor to the Government of India on matters of export. There was a dinner organized for a president from outside the country, I think Hungarian president, in Rashtrapati Bhavan. I was one among the invitees. As per the protocol, the external affairs officer concerned, he was introducing each one of us to both the presidents, President of India and President of Hungary. So when my turn came and when I was introduced, hearing my name, Dr. Kalam asked me, where am I from? From Kerala or Tamil Nadu? I told him, sir, I am from Sivakasi in Tamil Nadu. It's so nice to see that Rameshwaram and Sivakasi have come to be present in the main focal point of India, namely Delhi. So he started smiling. On a second occasion, when I was Divisional Commissioner in Jalpaiguri Division in West Bengal, Divisional Commissioner is a senior officer under whom 6 district magistrates, district collectors function. They report to the Divisional Commissioner. When I was Divisional Commissioner in Jalpaiguri Division, Dr. Kalam came on his way to go to Sikkim. He had to come to Bagdogra airport, which was under my jurisdiction. So he was to come by his private plane, President's private plane, land in Bagdogra, and then take the helicopter and immediately fly away to Sikkim, Gangtok in Sikkim. I was there as per protocol to receive the President, and similarly, when he was leaving, he again had to come from Gangtok to Bagdogra and take off in his plane. And again, I had to be there to see him off. On both these occasions, people around me were awed, surprised, amazed at the simplicity of a man who had risen to the position of being the President of India through sheer ability, integrity, and transparency. It was so nice seeing Dr. Kalam moving around, even though he were there just for a few minutes, moving along and having a word with everybody there, right from the senior-most officer, namely the Divisional Commissioner, down to the last person. Some of them were peons in our establishment, and he had a word with everybody. It showed his basic nature of goodness. And the last occasion when I met him was after I left the government service. There was a book edited by me in Tamil, which was to be released in Delhi Tamil Changam, where I was formerly the president. Dr. Kalam had been invited to release a book, and he was kind enough to come. The title of the book was Iduvarai, Indru, Inimel, till now, today, in future. I was sitting next to Dr. Kalam, and he was grazing through the pages of the book. And then one of the authors was a person belonging to the third gender. So we had written the person's name as Thirunangai, so and so. So he asked me, what is meant by Thirunangai? I said, sir, in Tamil, the third gender is named Thirunangai. Oh, is it so? Okay. Now, I was surprised that here was a person who was known for his expertise in various fields, who did not hesitate to ask about something on which he had no great in-depth knowledge. Dr. Kalam had been one among the greatest presidents of India. The real tribute that we should pay him is to be straightforward, honest, to maximize our efficiency, and to have the firm faith that we become strong when India becomes strong. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. B. Ramanathan. I am the founder and managing director of ACE International Private Limited, Singapore. It is a great privilege and honor to speak about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who was the former President of India, to celebrate his birthday on coming October 15, 2021. As a great scientist, as a great leader, as well as the great humanity-oriented personality, it is meaningful to listen to his words, guidances, advices to adapt and practice for each and everyone who wanted to aspirate and lift up their life into the next level. We can learn his commitments and contributions as per the scientific world. He has rolled as a great scientist, great team leader, and a great project coordinator. He has made many programs successful, including the missile projects, Pokhran 2 atomic bomb testing, as well as contributing many innovative materials for the humanity-oriented aspects. He could able to follow his words, advice for our future generations who can able to learn a lot about the success and the formulas he followed, especially from his earlier mentors and gurus who have guided him to make it possible into the successful scenario. I would like to appeal all people to think about the conditions and situations how to establish by the name of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, especially the study and training centers all over the world to nurture the young minds through his words or advices, that is empowering themselves to become a great citizen of India as well as become a great personality to contribute the humanity-oriented aspects. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak about his scientific contributions. Thank you.
I always cherish Dr. Abdul Kalam, how he handled his lifetime situation when Plan A did not materialize and Plan B he accepted. When alternatives in life also to be given importance and given dedication. All through his life, after his engineering course, he wanted to become a pilot, we all know. So after education, he went to attend Dehradun for a Indian Air Force interview to become pilot, where 9 people attended and 8 got selected and only 1 student, our Abdul Kalam, was rejected. And next day he traveled to Rishikesh by bus and he reached the destination and attended the interview of Defense Research Development Organization, that is DRDO, that is a Defense Ministry interview to become scientist in research organization. He knew he was going to be selected and he was to be waited. So he went along in the Rishikesh falls and all. There he saw a sadhu. Vice versa, a sadhu saw him sad and called him. Why are you sad, young man? He was asking. The young Abdul Kalam told, all through my life, I wanted to become a pilot. I was rejected and I was the only to be rejected yesterday, and today I am going to become a scientist by all means, by all chance. Now, my question is, why God rejected my wish and made me to become a scientist? This is what my confusing status. Then the sadhu laughed and told, what you want to become is not important. What God wants to make you is very important. The chance given by the nature or God is really very crucial for you. That is what your destiny. So there you have to give 100% and you will reach your peak in your lifetime, or it will take to great heights. That was the sadhu told. And we all know how he was selected as a scientist and how he gave 100% to become Missile Man of India, and then how he became the first citizen of India in Rashtrapati Bhavan. So give 100%, young man, and always have alternative in life, and whatever comes in life, face it, and never ever fix your mind for Plan A or Plan B or Plan C. It's only whatever it comes. Alternatives in life are very important to set a temporary goal and then work for it and then turn to your 100% for that and give your heart and soul. You will be always successful. This episode, which happened in Abdul Kalam's life, and the way he has chosen the path shown by God, that he could not become a pilot, but he was destined to become a scientist, and he dedicated his life sincerely to the DRDO job to be called Missile Man in future and to reach the Raj Bhavan in his life should be an eye-opener for the children who could not become doctors or who could not clear NEET to choose the best way, next path, next choice in their life, and never ever think to end your life just because you could not achieve your dream on the particular year, particular day. So please have second choice, an alternative path in life, and give 100% for that, and you too will reach your pinnacle of your destiny, be successful, and read autobiography to get your lifetime challenges, how scientists or any internationally renowned people, how they have faced these problems in their life. And here I really appreciate Hiranya Medical Services services. She is really involved in, or she has set her goal not only to become a doctor and also to serve the society, to serve the humanity. And I wish her and her mother all success, and let their dream come true to serve the society with utmost dedication and service minded. Let God give them power to achieve their dream to become true. God bless. Thank you for the opportunity.
Greetings, everyone. Hiranya Medical Service is honored to welcome you all on the 90th birthday anniversary to pay homage to our late President, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Sir, who's the missile man of the nation. I'm recalling the time when I got a wonderful opportunity to meet Dr. Kalam Sir in my school when I was in 3rd standard. Soon after meeting Dr. Kalam Sir, my mom had sent him an email about the prizes that I'd won at that time. My family was really astonished when I received an email from Dr. Kalam Sir appreciating my efforts and congratulating my childhood victories. That time I was too young to know about it, but now I feel really proud that I'm truly blessed for receiving an email from such a great person. Moving forward, I have been awarded Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award for Academic Proficiency for securing top grade in Class 10. It is an honor bestowed upon me for securing full CGPA. I am extremely happy that this award that I received in the name of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Sir has taken me to places. Dr. Abdul Kalam Sir is my inspiration. Dr. Kalam Sir says, to succeed in our mission, we should have a single-minded devotion to our goal. Dr. Kalam Sir's 3-step guide to achieve goals in life are: finding an aim in life before you are 20 years old, acquire knowledge continuously to reach the goal, work hard and persevere so that you can defeat all the problems and succeed in life. Dr. Kalam Sir being my inspiration, I would like to say Jai Hind and salute to this incredible person. My heartfelt thanks to each and everyone for taking the time to talk about Dr. Kalam Sir's incredible deeds and their experiences. Once again, thanks to everyone for their support, and please do subscribe to my YouTube channel.